Hey everybody, the Reswiral here, and welcome to Some Distant Memory, courtesy of Way Down Deep. Huge thanks to them for a copy of the game. Okay. Just before I go into it, I probably should have checked this before I started, but I think the brightness is fine, until the right image is barely visible. Oh, I was about to say, what right image? Wow, even on OBS I can't even see that. Where's barely visible? There? I guess I'd need it to be a bit higher. Alright, cool. And I was actually looking at the controls just before I started, and I don't know, they seem really weird for the PC. Like, in my opinion. I don't know, I just don't like using tab. I don't know why. Oh wow, I can see a shit ton more now. That seems too high. Ah, god. Technical difficulties. I'll just put it back to normal. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, I don't like gamma too high, because then you can see too much. And it also makes bright colours even brighter, which is not fun. Alright, new game. Are you sure? I'm sure. Let's do it! I already love the aesthetic for this game. 300 years ago, things fell apart. Okay. Do I have to make this advance? I do. Earth's few surviving humans now live in self-contained colonies, protected from the bloom algae that consumed the planet during the collapse. The most successful of these, Ares, was originally built to prepare for life on Mars. Their mission long since abandoned, Ares now salvages wreckage from the wasteland that was once their home. You are a leader of that effort, a professor and chosen interpreter of the ARORA AI, humanity's guiding lantern. However, centuries of bloom corrosion have taken their toll and resources are scarce. You spent the last decade searching for the sunken city, a mythic trove of old Earth technology sealed away from the contamination of the surface. Aurora says you're on the right track, but time is running out. Ooh, yeah, I already love the aesthetic of the game. It just looks incredible. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Darkest Dungeon, except the portraits and stuff are the models, I guess, sprites, whatever the hell you want to call them, aren't as gritty as they are in Darkest Dungeon, but I don't know, it just still gives me that sort of feel. So, Professor, there's nothing here. We should get back to base. Give me 5 more minutes, Commander. Aurora says it's here. We just have to search. There is a 16.667% chance of discovering the city. Only 16%? That's much higher than average. Are you aware there's a bloom storm approaching? What? No, not now. Aurora, can you please relay those crucial details to your interpreter? A moderate bloom storm is approaching, Professor. Category 1. Peak duration will be approximately 4 hours. If the rover gets spotted, the bloom will eat right through it. I'd like to make it home someday, Professor. We know what this expedition means for Ares and Noah, both of our homes. Aurora says it's here, we just have to search. 5 more minutes, Professor. After that, you'd better be sitting beside me on the rover, ready to ride. Deal? Deal. Aha, now we can move. I really hope I'm not actually timed, because oh boy, that'd suck. I see a can. Yes. Scan complete. Aluminium can. Detecting heavy bloom contamination. This is a great find. An old can? We can find contaminated rubbish anywhere, Professor. It's a sign. Where there's trash, there were people. I mean, he ain't wrong. Can I sprint? I don't know. Detecting advanced pre-collapse technology. You have to see this, Commander. It's some kind of artifact. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, it collapsed. Oh no. Well, down we go. Jesus. Hey! Now that's one hell of an opening. I also like how it's some distant is all like corroded and... I was gonna say melting, but how it's all corroded. But then memory is nice and bright. Where? We are down below. We are landed on a mattress, which is quite nice. Although I don't know if we're like human. Or if we're like a robot. Aurora? Oh no. No. Don't be broken. Aurora, Initialize, please. Ooh, it actually worked. Aurora initialization sequence. System activated, sys check 100%, mem check 100%, oxygen filter 88%. Aurora small core 86%. Link to rover down. Oh thank NASA, you're attempting to reconnect. A bit broken. Low light conditions detective, amplifying handheld lantern. Ooh. Commander TI or T? Ty, maybe? Can you hear me? Aurora, run a connection diagnostic. Diagnostic running, testing signal emission. Connection unavailable. What's the problem? The antenna has been irreparably damaged. If I find a replacement, can we restore communication? Estimated 81.6% chance of successfully restoring communication. Assume I don't die before I can install it. Recalculating. 97.2% chance of successfully restoring communication. Please stick with that assumption, Aurora. Oh. Well, here's a bed. Unknown object. Detecting wood, pine, cotton, steel. Oh god, that's great. Polyurethane, latex, 0%, bloom contamination. I landed on this strange, soft thing. Hold on. Aurora, did you say 0% contamination? Correct. Detecting wood, cotton, steel, polyurethane. Deactivate the detailed compositions, thanks. Yes, Professor. I'd like to perform an area scan. Check for any trace of bloom. Oh. Oh. Ooh. No bloom contamination found among your current surroundings. Very strange. This cabin is clean, preserved. At least I won't die from bloom exposure. True, so I can do an area scan to highlight things that are in my vicinity. That's cool. This is the thing I found on the surface. An InfiniEdge mobile device manufactured in 2013. An older model. Could we salvage this? No, Professor. Bloom corrosion has rendered the object useless. What about the antenna? Is there one inside? Also corrupted by bloom. I guess it was a long shot. So I guess that's like a smartphone? Oh, whoa. That's quite creepy to just pop up. Scan complete. Paper. Trace amounts of graphite. I can't imagine a world with so many trees you could throw paper away. Can you read it? The symbols are too illegible for me to reconstruct. The moisture in this cave must have washed it clean over the centuries. Darn. Okay, we have a statue of sorts. How do you do, the thinker? Incredible. I've never seen anything like this. What is this, Aurora? Man-made, primarily steel. Rust caused by natural oxidation. What are you doing here, strange person? Who made you? It's a statue. Artist and art style unknown. The commander would love this. He's fond of pre-collapse art. Did you get a good scan of this, Aurora? We have to show it to him when we get back up. Yes, Professor. Yeah, it's the thinker. I see something. Okay, I quite like this. As I say, I'm probably just going to constantly say that I dig the art style. It's really well done. To be fair, the one thing I really enjoy about games like this is because of the art style they choose, they are timeless. You could play this game in 10 years and it would still look as incredible as it currently does. I have a real appreciation for certain art styles because of how timeless they are. Aurora, is this a building? Yes, Professor, this appears to be the upper portion of a multi-story family residence. A house, underground, untouched by bloom. Detecting a spike in heart and respiration rates. Are you alright, Professor? I'm fine, Aurora, I'm fine. I just thought we'd never... We've been searching for so long. Our search for the sunken city has lasted 3,643 days. Exactly. Isn't that exciting? If I could feel emotion, Professor, I would likely be excited. Great, so what are we waiting for? Okay. In we go. Ooh, spooky. Aurora? Still with me? Yes, Professor. Systems are nominal. It's still so dark even with the lantern. We should scan for light sources. Room scan is available. There's a cupboard. Light sources detected, but no power. Any bloom contamination? None. Any life signs? None found. Let the record show that I've arrived, albeit less than gracefully, inside a pre-collapsed house. 300 years ago. People lived here. Huh. Let's re-establish communication with the commander. Did anything in that scan look promising? Electronics were detected within this room, Professor. Room scan may be activated again to pinpoint their location. Good. I'll start by finding them. Indeed we shall. Well, we have a cupboard. Bum bum bum. What a tangled mess. Aurora, is this what you detected? Scan complete. Network device. Vulcan wireless electronics. Wi-Fi antenna detected. Not a legendary trove of technology, but we have an antenna. Oh, a new antenna. There, try that. Re-establishing rover link. Commander Ty, can you hear me? Oh, Professor. You're alive. Are you okay? Yes, and you can thank Vulcan Wireless Electronics. Thanks, Vulcan? Aurora, can you share our feed with the Commander? This is... Am I seeing this right? You really found it? The Sunken City, a prehistoric world of untold treasures. 300 years ago is hardly prehistoric, Commander. But yes, I believe we found it. Amazing work. So not to dampen the mood, but we do have a storm coming. I don't think I can get back the way I came. I'd say you're lucky you survived the fall. I can't see the bottom of the hole you fell down. There's no way I can reach you. Scans show zero contamination down here. There's no immediate danger. Of all the expeditions I've been on, I've never found a truly uncontaminated site. Consider it a first for both of us. Why don't you take the rover and return to Ares? Come back with a full team when the bloom stops. I don't know about that, Professor. I'm still your expedition commander. Abandoning you goes way against protocol. Not to mention my conscience. I wrote the protocol for this mission, Commander. Don't worry. It is highly inadvisable, Professor. Section 12.c, Team Members Separation Emergency. Section 12.a, Bloomstorm Contamination Emergency. Section 20, Sunken City or Ancient Ruin Discovery Event. Haha, Aurora's not ready to break protocol either. What if something happens down there? Suit failure, collapsed floor, dehydration, mummies. If I'm not monitoring, the rescue team won't even know where to start looking. Alright, fine, point taken. I'll scan what I can while looking for an exit. Great, I'll move the rover. I see some rock cover to the east. Keep the line open. Oh, there we go. What else can I look at? Photo! Ooh, damn. Detecting dried oil. Unknown powders, canvas, wood. That's a painting, Professor. We have a few in the Noah Library Vault. I've heard of paintings, Commander. Ares isn't that uncultured. They're fragile and hard to preserve, even without bloom. Scanning, 23%, 43%, 68%. Scan complete. Recreate the image, Aurora. Let's see what it looked like before it decayed. She can do that? Whoa. What am I doing? Oh, Oh damn, that's weird. It's like a risque painting, but with a robot instead. That's pretty cool. Actually, I think that's an actual painting, I'm pretty sure. They've just remade it with a robot as the model. Well done, Aurora. It's even clearer than I'd hoped. Professor, how is this possible? Magic and learning algorithms. But you haven't seen anything yet. What do you mean? There's one more thing I need to test, but I have to scan more of the room first. Whoa. Okay, so there's a painting. I was gonna say there's a photo. This one has 3 parts. Okay, there's the guy. Oh! I'm gonna say they're grandparents. Grandfather, grandmother, and the grandkid. God, it's so weird seeing that. Well, because when you look at the actual decayed photo, you can barely make out the child. That's awesome. Do you think these people lived here? A safe assumption, yes. Aurora scanned their faces. Is she storing everything? And so much more. Aurora's building an identity for each person. Assessing how they may have talked, what they did, who they were. She'll get more and more accurate the more we show her. A site like this opens up a world of possibilities. There's so much we don't understand about life back then. Time to change that. Ah. What else have we got? Ooh, magazines. So this is a letter. Last will and testament of Ada Barron. Oh man, this is really cool. I, Ada Barron, a resident of Houston, Texas, and a citizen of the United States, preceded in death by my husband, Ernest Barron, do hereby declare this to be my final will and testament. I direct all my debts and last expenses be paid as soon as convenient after my death. I authorize my representative to settle claims against my estate. I bequeath my property, both real and personal, as follows. Rickon Barron, currently of Lakeshore Drive, as my grandson, with the following property. Oh. Are you seeing these scans? The last will and testament. I am, but I don't really understand. Her belongings didn't return to her community when she died? We don't need to understand the specifics. ARORA will make the necessary connections. She's building a relationship model to categorize each artifact. She'll recognize associations even if we don't. I got some of that. Our brains are similar, but less accurate. Think of a shower, for instance. Your brain instantly pulls up related information, right? Like the feeling of tiles on your bare feet. The moisture in the air. The bitter smell of disinfectant powder. The sound of spraying water. The sting of sandblasting against your skin. The what? So you're saying ARORA keeps sort of a living encyclopedia? Yes, close enough. Oh, right. So that's what the orb is. She's creating... Oh, I can simulate the memory. Oh man, there's so much more. So, Infinitab Pro, manufactured in 2015. Too bad we don't have a way to power it up. Once we get this back to Ares, we can add this to the array. You guys are so lucky. All your working computers and devices. Everything at Noah is so hand-powered. Most salvage tech goes to keeping ARORA up and running. But getting your colony online is part of our mission. ARORA, leave a note. This one's for the people of Noah. Thank you. A device like that will do wonders. Now I can watch videos in bed before I go to sleep. I see. Kidding, just kidding. Of course. Now how much else do we have? Is it just this? Oh, it's a book. Earthbound magazine. June, A Wave of Trash by Frank Collins. Oh, wow. That's a lot of trash. Last month we covered the algal bloom spreading across the Gulf, but this month we wanted to paint a larger picture of the destruction of Earth's most important resource, its oceans. Across the Atlantic, Pacific and Indian Oceans, large trash islands have been accumulating. These bodies of debris, sometimes as large as the island of Hawaii, are posing issues not only to the millions of species that swim in our oceans, but to humans as well. Oh boy. This pre-collapse magazine, Professor. Oh, you know them. Well, this earthbound variety appears to be concerned with the planet. Not only that, but it mentioned bloom. There's a lot we could learn from these. There we go. So I think I found everything. In which case I may as well simulate the memory. I've been waiting so long. ARORA, recreate memory. Localized to this room. Use all scanned artifacts. Archaeograph activated, identifying entities, associating artifacts. What's going on? Watch this. Whoa. Oh god, that's kind of creepy. Ada. Oh, there we go. Ada, don't you think it's a bit drab in here? Drab, Ernest? Yes, dear, drab. We haven't had a fresh coat of paint in here since... Processing memory, archaeograph systems at maximum capacity. Excellent, ARORA. Keep trying. Are those ghosts? I like to think of them as memories. We're seeing a past event from this very room. It's a module I built for ARORA, utilizing her ability to predict, project, simulate and analyze. This conversation really happened? Are you volunteering to redecorate the room, dear? Of course not, Ada. You're the artist, not me. Well, you know, as the resident artist, I believe I have just the idea. Wait now, hang on. I meant we should hire someone. Ah yes, I can see it now. It will be vivid. Vivid and full of light. Or full of life. No dear. We'll hire a decorator. A decorator! I'll bring in my new piece from the studio. This old statue will go. I suppose... When will I learn to keep my big mouth... Hang on, we're losing the statue? Finally, I can get a good night's rest without that gargoyle looming over me. It's the Bishop of Dreams, Ernest, not a gargoyle. Oh. Okay, I thought it was the Thinker, because that's actually a statue and it's called the Thinker. At least it's in that pose. Whatever. Little Rickon will be upset, you know. He loves that one. Hey now, that's it. Let's put it outside. The fresh air will be good for his breathing. And the lad can play where we can keep an eye on him. Well, that's just a lovely idea. Well, it's a lovely piece. Oh, there he is. Grandma, Grandpa, the dragons are coming. Hey there, Ricky. We were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? My ears? Let's get you some lunch, Dragon Slayer. Memory complete. Professor, that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. This is the promise of the Sunken City, Commander. A chance to rediscover the past, where we came from. All it takes is, well, massive amounts of data, actually. Massive amounts. Well, what are you waiting for? There must be a ton of historical data in these ruins. Let's find out what happened to these people. Examining artifacts in other areas will yield additional projections. Good, then let's keep exploring. So there's that memory. Oh right, I didn't even notice there was a door. Huh. The more you know... No. It's hard to know how large this place may be. I will assist your navigation, Professor. Please access your map. Ah! Wait, where are we? Okay, is that... Wait, what? Oh, right, okay. So... Incomplete memory, complete memory, point of interest, locked, blocked, inaccessible, read, memory. There's 89 artifacts. Additional rooms will be marked as you visit them. I'll be monitoring progress from the rover as well. From here I can flag obstacles and potential doorways. Unviewed memory nodes will be highlighted as well. Very useful, thank you both. Watch your step down there. There's a door. Hot damn. I wonder how much of the house will be accessible. I could try to force it open. Professor, the integrity of this structure is... Whoa. Unstable. Sorry, sometimes curiosity gets the better of me. I'd hate to see a collapsed ceiling get the better of you. I'll be more careful. Okay, so I can't go through there. Oh, it does say it's blocked. I hope it didn't to begin with, because I'll feel dumb. And yeah, there's no way of actually running. Is it literally nothing but doors? I thought I'd be able to examine this. It's like a painting, or like a map. Alright, so what's in here? Ah, there we go, there's a memory. This is probably Rickin's bedroom if I had to guess. Oh, wow. That's a lot of stuff. What do I go for first? This? I'd love to see what Aurora does with this. Aurora can work with the smallest of clues. Even a child's drawing is part of a bigger story. Ah, there we go. I never actually got to look at what it said though, but I mean, whatever. A hammer, chisel, file and brushes. Primitive stools. Stools. This is the studio. Primitive tools. For art? In the hands of an artist, even primitive tools can create beauty. Hard to imagine these tools being used to make elaborate statues. Like this. Another strange statue. This looks so familiar, but I know I've never seen it before. We've preserved some art books at NOAA, but only a few original works. Maybe you can take this one home. Wow, there's still so much. Texas Unlimited, October. This week, we're proud to profile one of Houston's most recognizable artists, Ada Barron. Her largest and final public sculpture, The Drought, has been the centerpiece of Discovery Green Park since it opened in 2008. The Drought depicts a man clutching an empty water spout, his body faded and breaking down into rusted machinery. A striking image. Ada's 40-acre red is defined by depictions of people, often merged or fused with complex machinery. Ada gained early fame for her avant-garde reimagining of famous works, all built with salvaged steel from derelict Excel oil fields outside of Houston. Recently retired, she agreed to sit down with us to answer some questions and reflect on inspiration throughout her career. Was that it? Damn. So yeah, that's actually complete. Not too bad. Oh my, this has 5 different things. Galatea. A Quiet Place, poems by Emmy. You said my navel is a cup that you could drink and drink until you're drunk. You said my shoulders were where they dip, could hold a basin to rinse your face. You said my breasts curve to a tip that you would climb to reach the summit. You said my hips end. No, let's not go there. I wish I saw myself like you saw me, a silhouette of constant angles, juxtaposing empty plains, irregular hills and valleys with landmarks interrupting, soft hands travelling along in gentle exploration. I miss being looked at by a sculptor admiring his greatest work. The line about sculptors made me think we could display it in near your grandma's statue. What do you think? That's perfect. Grandma loved Mom's early work. All the mythology. Poetry, an ancient and lovely art form. This is like poorly written code. What does it mean? Sometimes the reader has to make their own conclusions. This poem, well, it's a bit sexy. But it's also sad. The writer longs for romance. They want to be loved the way they once were. Are you a poetician, Commander? That's poet, and, well, nah, not really. But one of my mother's most valued possessions was a book of poetry. She left it with me when she died. It's called Leaves of Grass. A child said, "What is the grass?" fetching it to me with full hands. How could I answer the child? I do not know what it is any more than he. That was one of her favourites. I had it bookmarked. Had. When my wife and daughter... When I left Noah, I donated it to the collection, along with the rest of my stuff. Someone else can enjoy the poetry now. Well, there we go. I don't think there's a way of actually seeing whether or not there's, like, artifacts you've missed. Maybe. I guess not. Oh well. Here's another memory. Oh, it is a drawing by him. But this is the studio, I would say. So, Rick, what's it supposed to be? A surprise. It's coming along nicely, Rick. Looks like a tree. Or claws? Wait until he's finished, dear. Almost done. There. Don't forget to sign it. An artist leaves their mark. I still don't know what it's supposed to be. A bunch of horses? It's the way birds sound when they take off flying. Huh. What are you going to call it? Untitled number 34. I think it's lovely. Just lovely. Do you like it, Grandpa? Of course, it's one of a kind. We'll put it on the wall right next to the new statue. Great, we've got 2 artists in the house now. Oh, you love it, dear. He was a sweet kid. These memories, the artwork, we're really learning how life used to be. So much is captured in art. The pieces we have in the Noah Vault have been studied for generations. Glad we didn't give up the search. You know, I couldn't wait to join this expedition, but I admit, after so long I thought maybe it was a wild moose chase. Wild moose chase? A pre-collapsed saying we like to use. The moose was a mythical creature. People wasted their whole lives trying to find them, to touch their lucky horns. Commander, mooses weren't, What is it? You know what? Let's talk about it some other time. A wild moose chase. Because yes, they're mystical beings. Wait, so if I examine this again, what happens? Okay, so that's nothing. I just keep checking the artifacts, because I'm hoping I've not missed anything. There's another door here. Yeah. Let's go down here. Where does it lead? Some place that's inaccessible. Too bad those stairs are blocked. Maybe there's another way down. Oh, there's also this, but I don't know where this leads. Oh! Oh, we're outside again. Oh, it does lead down. Down and round. Okay, wait, so I just want to check. We're at 8 of 89. I'm guessing this will put us up to 9. The Reboot of Psyche by Ada Baron. That did put us up to 9. Okay, so there's not dialogue tied to everything. Earthbound Magazine, July. The Villains of Climate Change by Frank Collins. Oh. This is our biggest issue with Earthbound yet. Tackling both the issue of climate change and those who profit from it and fight against its regulation. The biggest opponent to environmental regulation of the last century has been XL Gasworks. Despite recently crafting a pro-environment facade, XL has caused some of the worst environmental disasters in history, with more yet to come. XL Gasworks has been, for over 3 decades, improperly capturing carbon dioxide to fraudulently earn tax credits. While the danger and scope of their actions is unknown at this time, according to one witness, the phrase catastrophe of global proportions was common during internal meetings. To understand their fears, first you need to understand limnic eruptions. Oh. Well, there's 10. Let's just double check. Alright. Now that is a big door. I don't see a way out of this cabin, Aurora. Let's head back upstairs. Oh. So that's also blocked. Or inaccessible. Bugger. Darn. Well, I was hoping that'd lead somewhere, but never mind. Right, go. Wasn't there something on the wall? Oh, there we go. Like a painting or something. It is a painting. What was it? Ooh! It looks like an enemy out of Zelda. Nice. So this is what's blocking the door. The fact that this house is still standing just glows my mind. The structure has sustained extreme damage. I'll walk very gently, I promise. But I want to know what's behind this door. Okay, so is there anything else? There's another painting, but I can't interact with it. Oh shit. Wait, ooh! Is that a safe? Alright, what we got? Ooh, Professor! Are you alright? Is that a super box? I see. Oh, I see. A box. Those things can contain entire digital worlds. How do you know this? When I was young, my father found an Infinity Boy. Not Infini Boy. Sort of a handheld version. It had 2 whole games. I played them every day until it died. If you find an Infini Boy,